Hello everyone. So hope you all are well and good. And so we have to discuss the next chapter of class 11th NCRT. The name of the book is India Physical Environment. And the next chapter we have is structure and physiography. This structure and physiography chapter holds a great importance for the students who are in 11th class, also for the students who are preparing for any of the competitive exams. If you might have read this chapter, I expect, I may be wrong, I expect that you may have found it a bit tough because of the factual part. But today, we will try to understand that what is NCRT trying to say. We will classify all the features and then we'll be able to remember it. Let's see, let's proceed. So the chapter is and structure and physiography. It is important for the students preparing for competitive exams because it will form a strong base of yours. When you will be studying the Indian geography, it will form a good base of yours. So structure and physiography. As per NCRT, the earth is 460 million years old. And till the time it has originated, it has come under a lot of movements, a lot of processes. One of the process is the movement of Indian peninsula from southern hemisphere to northern hemisphere, which we will be discussing in the physical geography, the another NCRT. From southern hemisphere to northern hemisphere. Now this movement of southern hemisphere to northern hemisphere has ultimately decided the geological structure of our India. The geological structure of India is classified into three parts by NCRT. The first is peninsular block. The second is Himalayas, and the third is Himalayas and other mountains, other peninsular mountains, and the third is Indo-Ganga Brahmaputra plains. Starting with the extent of the peninsular block. Starting with the extent of the peninsular block, it says that the extent of the peninsular block is the border is Aravallis over here, from Aravallis to Delhi, then parallel to Yamuna and Ganga till Rajmahal Hills over here, and a part of it in the Meghalaya plateau or the Karbi Anglong plateau is Karbi Anglong plateau in Meghalaya. This is the extent of peninsular block. Means the southern part of this boundary which I have just narrated is the peninsular block. A part of desert, Rajasthan desert, a part of Rajasthan desert has also been mentioned. So the extent is Aravalli to Delhi to parallel to Yamuna and Ganga till Rajmahal Hills, and Meghalaya and Cardinal Plateau. Also, it says that there is a fault in between that is known as Malda Fault or Malda Gap. This is the extent of peninsular block. Talking about the extent of Himalayas, the extent of Himalayas is this region. This region from northwest to southeast. Northwest to southeast. So starting from Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh till Arunachal Pradesh, we have the extent of Himalayas. Extent of Indo-Ganga Brahmaputra plain, the region between the peninsular block and Himalayas. Peninsular block and Himalayas, we have the Indo-Ganga Brahmaputra plain. So this is the extent of the geological structure. Next is talks about formation of all of them. It says that the formation of peninsular block is from Cambrian period, not pre-Cambrian, it's Cambrian period. Cambrian period means 500 to 550 million years old, around approximately. Also, it says that the rocks we found are gneissic rocks and the granites, as they are the metamorphic and igneous rocks. The rocks, the name of the rocks are mentioned here are metamorphic and igneous rocks. Metamorphic rocks takes a lot of time to form, and the granite, the igneous granite is an igneous rock. This granite is found deep down the earth. It also takes a lot of time. So it is obvious that Cambrian period connectivity. Cambrian period 500 to 550 million years old. Gneissic granites. Further, if it is this much old, and we found rocks like igneous and metamorphic rocks over here, so they are rigid. They are rigid. Further, it says that when the vertical movement of this peninsular India was taking place toward from southern hemisphere to northern hemisphere, it resulted in the submersion of some western coast of India. Yes, a part of western Ghats have been submerged in the Arabian Sea. First effect of the movement. Second effect of the movement, it says that there have been development of various faults, cracks in this region. It says the block faults. NCERT also provides evidences for its statements. NCERT says block faults. Example, it mentions the example. Narmada, because block mountains results in the formation of rift valley. We will discuss in the physical part. Block mountains results in the formation of rift valleys. Rift valleys like Narmada, Tapi. Block mountains like Satpura, Vindhyas. It also gives the evidences. Third part says that these east flowing rivers, talks about the formation, the structure. East flowing rivers form the plains, form delta over here. East flowing rivers like Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. These rivers form the coastal plains. Coming on to the formation of Himalayas. It says that Himalayas are actually 65 to 75 million years old. If they are 65 to I would say around 70 million years old, so it mentions that they are younger, weaker and flexible and flexible as in comparison to peninsular block. Further, it says that Himalayas are the interplay of exogenic and endogenic forces. Exogenic and endogenic forces. We will discuss in the physical part, but let me give a gist of it. Exogenic forces, the forces which are being applied from outside on the surface, like weathering, like erosion, deposition. It is the interplay of exogenic and endogenic. Endogenic, the forces which are being applied from interior of the earth, like tectonic. It mentions. NCERT mentions endogenic, like tectonic activity. Exogenic, like formation of V-shaped valleys, like formation of gorges, like formation of dissected portion and rapids. So you have to give some time to NCERT. NCERT will itself tells you, see, this is me, NCERT. So it's very easy. If you would have, you might have tried picking it up and reading, बस वैसे ही पढ़ना start कर दिया. You will have to understand it. Understand the concept. You will have to connect them. Anyways, coming on to the formation of Indo-Ganga Brahmaputra plains, it says that they are formed in geosynclinal depression. Actually, when India started moving, let me give you a gist of the physical part first. When India started moving from southern hemisphere towards northern hemisphere, these Himalayas were not with that part, that continent, that Indian subcontinent. Only this peninsular block was with us. That is why it is of Cambrian period. It is of 70 million. It is only 70 million. It is 500 million years old, and they are just 70 million years old. So when the peninsular block striked with the Asian part, Asia, what does with strike with what today is Asia. So a depression was formed. Like if this is the Indian plate and this is the Asian plate, so there was a depression formed, and the depth of the depression was 1000 to 2000 meter. And this depression and this depression has been filled up by the sediments of these rivers. Exogenic means they are forming the V-shaped valleys. Now they are eroded. How valleys formed? By erosion. Now if they have eroded something, obviously they will deposit. ऐसा तो नहीं होगा कि रिवर ने अगर इरोजन कर लिया तो वो जेब में डाल के अपने घर पे ले जाएगी. This is not possible. तो इरोजन किया तो डिपोजिशन करना पड़ेगा. So it has deposited. These rivers have deposited on the foothills of the Himalayas, and this depression of 1000-2000 meter have been filled by the sediments of these rivers. Connectivity. Exogenic forces leading to depression, to the filling of depression of this part. So this is how NCERT explains the geological structure of India. Now coming on to the physiography. It says that physiography is the outcome of, no need to write anything guys, you will find these exact words in the NCERT. It says that physiography is the outcome of structure, which we have just discussed. Structure, processes. Which processes? Exogenic, endogenic processes. And the stage of the development. Means the structure, the processes working on it, and till what stage, till what extent these processes have worked, and till what stage the development has been done. मतलब उस स्ट्रक्चर पर किस तरह से एंडोजेनिक और एक्सोजेनिक फोर्सेस काम कर रही हैं, और वो फोर्सेस जो काम कर रही हैं उनका स्टेज क्या, किस डेवलपमेंट, किस स्टेज तक पहुंचे, किस स्टेज तक पहुंचे. ठीक है, आप लिखना शुरू किया, यू हैव अ नोटबुक, स्ट्रक्चर, लिखना शुरू किया, यू हैव स्टार्टेड द राइटिंग प्रोसेस. कौन से स्टेज के डेवलपमेंट पर, कितने नंबर पेज पे हो आप, 5th पे, 6th पे, या नोटबुक भर दी है. सो स्ट्रक्चर, प्रोसेसेस, स्टेज ऑफ डेवलपमेंट. दिस इज हाउ NCERT describes the physiography. Further, it says that physiography of India is divided into north and northeast mountains, north and northeast mountains. North and northeast mountains. Second, it says northern plains. Northern plains. Third, it says the peninsular plateau. This peninsular plateau. Fourth, it classifies it as desert. The Indian desert, Thar desert in Rajasthan. Fifth, it says the coastal plains. Coastal plains, plains formed at the coast are the coastal plains. Means formed by the delta of the rivers, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. Fifth, sixth, it says, the last it says islands. Islands, Andaman and Nicobar in Bay of Bengal and Lakshadweep in Arabian Sea. So starting with the north and northeast mountains. Says north and northeast mountains. It says that the north and northeast mountains consist of Himalayas, simple language, and northeast hills. Himalayas and northeast hills in the Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, in this region. Northeast hills. It tells the extent also, that what is the extent of north and northeast hills. It says that they are 2500 km long and the width is 400 to 160 kilometers. This width varies in region to region. 400 to 160 kilometers. It says that it has ranges like Greater Himalayas, which consists of Trans Himalayas. Trans means beyond, Himalayas ke beyond. Actually, the formation of Trans Himalayas is a bit different. So, some geographers do not include it in the Himalayas. Trans Himalayas and Great Himalayas. Then Middle Himalayas, or called as or known as Lesser Himalayas. The third is Shivalik. So Himalayas, northeast hills, extent, ranges. कौन कौन सी ranges है? Great Himalayas है हमारे पास मिडिल हिमालयस है, and Shivalik hai. Also further it mentions the purpose, that what is the purpose of this. The purpose is that it acts as a wall between Indian subcontinent. These Himalayas act as a wall between Indian subcontinent and the Asia, Central Asia, further Asia, China वाला जो पार्ट है हमारे पास. It act as a wall, not only a physical wall, also a wall of culture. It means it also divides the culture. How is culture developed? If the people, society से culture develop होता है ना. अगर society ही नहीं है, how will the culture will be same? This is the reason that the culture of China and India is different. So it does not act as a physical wall. Also, a culture it also leads to culture divide. It also leads to division of drainage. कि हिमालयाज हैं, कुछ रिवर्स उस तरफ ड्रेन होती हैं, कुछ रिवर्स इस तरफ ड्रेन होती हैं. Also a division of drainage. Now, the north and northeast Himalayas are further divided, are further classified. Let's see the first classification. The first classification is Kashmir and Northwest Himalayas. Kashmir and Northwest Himalayas. First, what is the location? Location is the location is this Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh. Why I am drawing the maps again and again? The reason is that it becomes easy to understand and remember through maps. Location is Jammu and Kashmir. Then it mentions the ranges. What are the ranges? First, the Karakoram range. You may open the atlas, you may take the help of atlas. Karakoram range, Ladakh range, Zaskar range, Pir Panjal range. So, Karakoram range, Ladakh range, Zaskar range and Pir Panjal range. Further it mentions that there is a cold desert. There is a cold desert in between this Karakoram range and this portion of Great Himalayas. This cold desert, Ladakh desert. Further mentions the cold desert or the Ladakh desert. Rivers कौन सी मिलती हैं? The rivers are in this. The tributaries of Indus are the two tributaries. We found two tributaries. The one is Chenab and the other is Jhelum. It mentions that on this Jhelum we have the capital of Jammu and Kashmir. That is the Srinagar. It also mentions about the Jhelum that though it is in its youthful stage. See, the river has three stages. The one is youthful stage, the other is mature, and the third is old stage. Youthful stage is till from the origin of the river till the foothills. Actually, usually in this youthful stage, the river seldom meanders. It does not form meanders. But despite being in its youthful stage, Jhelum meanders. Jhelum meanders. Further, it mentions of passes, then lakes also. First we will talk about the passes. The first part it mentioned is Zozila Pass. The first pass is Zozila Pass. Zozila Pass, it mentions the range. Zozila Pass in Zaskar range. Then La means pass only. So I don't need to call it as pass. Zozila itself means pass. Fotula in again Zaskar. Then Banihal Pass in Pir Panjal. Then we have Khardungla Pass in Karakoram beach. Next, it mentions the lakes. I am classifying these regions. I will discuss the same location, the ranges, the rivers, if there will be any passes, if there will be any lakes, if there will be any deserts. I will be discussing them similarly. So you can form a table. Making the 5 columns. At the one end you will write the location, then the rivers, then the passes, then the desert, then the lakes. So you will be this topic of 3-4 pages will come on a single page, and it will be easy to grasp for you. I don't have much space because I have to also explain through the diagram. So it is not possible for me to form that big table. So you can form 5 columns as the North and Northeast Himalayas have been classified into 5 parts. At the end of the lecture, you can form it. You can make it. So lakes. So it mentions 2 types of lake. The one is freshwater lake. The first is Vular Lake over here, and Dal Lake over here. Vular Lake and Dal Lake. Freshwater. Saltwater lake, the Pangong Lake, या Pangong Saw. Pangong Saw means lake, or So Muriri. I am repeating it again and again. That help of atlas or map will surely make it easier for you to remember them. Lakes: freshwater lake, Vular, Dal Lake, Pangong Saw, Muriri. Now what next we are left with? Valleys. Yes, valleys. I don't have much space over here. Valleys. So valleys it mentions. The first is Kashmir Valley, most famous valley. Kashmir Valley between Zaskar range and Pir Panjal range. Also, there are some longitudinal valleys which are known as dunes. Longitudinal valleys which are known as dunes. So we have Jammu Dune and Pathankot Dune. Next, tourism or pilgrimage, Vaishno Devi, Amarnath Yatra, Amarnath, then Jalare Sharif. Easily classify them. First, location, rivers, valleys, tourism, lakes, passes, the simple. You have to just classify them. उसको क्लास में डिवाइड कर देना है, टेबल बना के. Simple. The reason is that this generation does not want to spend time. This generation wants everything to be quick. Impatient generation. We are impatient. रही सही कसर इंटरनेट ने बुरी कर दी. Even if the internet, if it starts buffering, we get impatient. It takes time. Don't be impatient. Spend some time. It will become easier. Spend some time on the map. It will become easier. Anyways, coming on to next. Is Himachal and Uttaranchal Himalayas. Himachal and Uttaranchal Himalayas. So the location is Himachal and Uttaranchal Himalayas. Location again, in west we have river Ravi. We have river Ravi. रावी के साउथ में ब्यास, ब्यास के साउथ में सतलुज. रावी है, ब्यास है, सतलुज है. तो अगर रावी, सुनो ध्यान से, इफ रावी इज द वेस्टर्न एक्सटेंट, तो इसमें रिवर्स कौन सी बन जाएगी? ब्यास एंड सतलुज. सिंपल. यहां पे हमारे पास क्या है? रावी. कनेक्टिविटी गाइस, कनेक्टिविटी. एंड इन ईस्ट वी हैव Kali river, which is the tributary of Ghagra. Now Ghagra is a tributary of Ganga. Kali river, which forms the border between Nepal and Uttarakhand. This region. Kali. And north में हमारे पास क्या है? It mentions Lahaul Spiti. Lahaul Spiti is a district. Spiti region हमारे पास north में है, which is said to be the extension of the cold desert. This is the location. Location पता लग गया मैम आपके हिसाब से. Next, rivers. So, ब्यास in this basin आएगा पहले. In this basin मेरे पास रावी का भी वाटर आ जाएगा. Then we will have ब्यास. Then we will have सतलुज. गंगा basin. Ganga basin में we will be having Ghagra river. Simple. Now next, ranges. It says that there will be 3 ranges majorly: Great Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas, Middle Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas, Shivalik. It further mentions Great Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas and Shivalik. तीनों देखने को मिलेंगी. We will find them all. We will find all of them. Lesser weight mentions that it is said Dhauladhar in Himachal Pradesh, Dhauladhar in Himachal Pradesh, and Nag Tibba in Uttarakhand. We have Nag Tibba peak in Uttarakhand. Lesser. Then further it says as this region was approachable, means the altitude was not much high, so the British colony tried to make the cantonment area, make these regions cantonment area, or make some cities over here, cities like Dharamshala, city like Mussoorie, city like Shimla, cantonment like Kasauli, इन सबको बनाया because low altitude. Also there is presence of vegetation, a good drainage. यहाँ पर नहीं possible ना, vegetation नहीं, oxygen. Absence of not absence of, but less oxygen. Cities, cantonment areas. Next we have valleys. Valleys like, now here it also called dunes. इस वाले में भी dunes है, like चंडीगढ़ कालका दून. The most important is Dehradun. The largest is Dehradun, which has the length of around 35 kilometers and width of around 25 kilometers. Dehradun, one of the largest. Chandigarh Kalka Dun, Dehradun, and हरिके दून, नालागढ़ दून. Now a next classification, a new classification which we haven't discussed in this region, that is tribes. Why sir? Why we haven't discussed tribes in this region? अरे tribes को क्या चाहिए? Vegetation, drainage. No vegetation. A very high altitude mountains, yeah. With an average height of 3,000, 4,000 meter. How the vegetation will be possible? So we will observe vegetation in this region. The region which will have vegetation will have tribes. So tribes like Bhotiya tribe. Also we will found nomadic groups practicing jhum cultivation. Nomadic tribes, jhum cultivation. Bhotiya tribe, nomadic groups practicing jhum cultivation. Also, there is a grassland named Bugyals over here. A grassland in the high altitude. Now, these nomadic group, what they do is, in summer region, they move to the upper region, upper height, where the Bugyals are present. Bugyals is a type of grassland. They will move to high altitude in summer region, and in high altitude we found Bugyals. If the winter will come, they will come in the valleys. Nomadic groups keep on moving. We have discussed location, rivers, valleys, tribes. Now pilgrimage or tourism. गंगोत्री उत्तराखंड, यमुनोत्री उत्तराखंड, केदारनाथ, बद्रीनाथ एंड पंचप्रयाग. Prayag is confluence of two rivers. Panchprayag is associated with the confluences of Ganga. Panchprayag means I am talking about the origin of Ganga. From Gangotri, from Yamunotri, Alaknanda, Bhagirathi, वो सब कुछ, वो कॉन्फ्लुएंस है, उनको हम प्रयाग करें. सो इट इज अ ग्रुप ऑफ पांच प्रयाग, पंच प्रयाग. हिमाचल एंड उत्तरांचल हिमालयस. नेक्स्ट, third we have Darjeeling and Sikkim Himalayas, this region. Now if I'm talking about this region, then it means इसकी location क्या होगी? What will be the location? On the west we will have Nepal Himalayas, and on the east we will have Bhutan Himalayas. Nepal Himalayas, Bhutan Himalayas. Now, rivers, an important river, that is Teesta. If I talk about valleys, or you can say plains वाला region, actually the plains is more famous. Valleys की अगर मैं बात करूं तो we have found here Dwars in this region, which is famous for tea plantation. Now what tea plantation needs? टी प्लांटेशन के लिए आपको कांस्टेंट वाटर नहीं चाहिए. डू वी नीड अ हाई रेनफॉल. वी गेट अ गुड रेनफॉल हियर, 200 centimeter of rainfall. This tea plantation needs 200 centimeter of rainfall. The water should not stay as it is stayed in rice. राइस की कल्टीवेशन में जैसे पानी खड़ा रहता है, हमें वैसे पानी खड़ा होना नहीं चाहिए. It should keep on flowing, but the slope should be moderate. यही कारण है कि the tea plantation is, you will see the tea plantation on slopes. Very good reason for it. Connectivity. You should know कि टी प्लांटेशन होती कैसे है. सिंपल. असम में भी यही हाल है. This is the reason. Dwars, valleys or plains. Dwars famous for tea plantation. Moderate slope, good rainfall, high organic content, high मतलब organic rich soil, fertile soil. Next, ranges or peaks. Now this is it's a shorter region, it's a small region. तो यहाँ पर मैं peaks लिख सकता हूँ ranges की जगह पर. Highest range of undisputed India, Kanchenjunga. वो ही सेम क्लासिफिकेशन, जस्ट नेम. मैप की हेल्प से सिर्फ याद किया होगा. ऑब्जर्वेशन, लोकेशन, रिवर्स, वैलीज, पीक्स. नेक्स्ट we have tribes. Sorry, I forgot the tribes. Tribes क्यों? यहाँ वेजिटेशन अच्छी है, ट्राइब्स मिलेंगे. So tribes will be Lepcha tribe. Lepcha tribe. In the southern region, means in the region of Darjeeling, we will get Nepalis. थोड़ा सा सदर्न दार्जिलिंग के पास हमें नेपालीज मिल जाएंगे. और सेंट्रल इंडिया की जो ट्राइब्स हैं, ट्राइब्स ऑफ सेंट्रल इंडिया, they will also be found. Make notes like this. Now try to read the NCERT. Cakewalk. You will be able to understand single word. Single word. याद करना आपकी है, कनेक्ट मैंने कर दिया. I have connected the points. Observation, you will do the observation by the help of atlas if you have one. Next, is Arunachal Himalayas. This region, Arunachal Pradesh वाला region. Arunachal Himalayas. Now location. Bhutan. In west, we have Bhutan, and in the east, we have the Difu Pass. It is over here, Difu Pass. Next, ranges. Or peaks. छोटी मोटी रेंजेस हैं. We have on the names of the tribe. ये लो tribes भी साथ में कर लो. Simple. Like Dafla, Abor, Mishmi. Tribes like Dafla, Abor, Mishmi, Nagas. एंड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दिस रेंजेस हमारे पास यहाँ पे डाफला एक पीक है हमारे पास, दैट इज नमचा बारवा ओवर हियर, जिस पर हमारा इंडिया वी हैव डिस्प्यूट विद चाइना. नमचा बारवा पीक ओवर हियर वी हैव कांगटो माउंटेन ओवर हियर. ऑब्जर्वेशन on the basis of these tribes we have hills, Dafla hills, Abor hills, Mishmi hills, Miri hills, on the name of the tribes. Connectivity, why to remember them, अलग अलग क्यों याद करना है. Now reverse. अच्छा, these tribes practice jhum cultivation, slash and burn, which is also known as slash katna and burn. Why? It is mentioned in the NCERT that this region has minimal connectivity. Tribes practice jhum cultivation over here also, but the connectivity to Himachal and Uttarakhand has been good to the extent that they have developed the minimal connectivity to this region is the reason of the minimal connectivity to this region results in more tribes like this which are